Howdy, rowdies. So it's been a minute. As you can see, I am no longer in the swamps. Just checked into a hotel in downtown Atlanta, which is a long way from the swamps, to be sure. So, long day at work. I had to make a 3-hour trek up here. So earlier today, I got called out. Now, for those of you that know me, really know me, you know that that's usually a setup for either me turning the screws on somebody and really making them look stupid, or it's legit. So I got called out. By who, about what, why, all that stuff doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter was, I got called out. It was legit. Probably not anything that 99% of the people that follow me would pick up on, but it happened at the beginning of a 3-hour road trip by myself through perhaps the worst part of the country as far as music that's on the radio. I wasn't in my own personal vehicle, so options were strictly radio, and got me thinking about why I started doing YouTube reviews, videos, posts, and kind of evaluating where I was and what I wanted to do. I don't call myself a tester because I think I'm better than reviewers. I call myself a tester because I want to give you a heads up. Hey, I'm not the entertaining, flashy salesman. I'm not the one that's going to try to persuade you to do anything one way or the other. That's entirely up to you. Over the last 6-7 months, I've tested a lot of companies, and every single month that went by, I became more and more aware of the fact that there is a tremendous range as far as the quality of beard care products out there. Now, I tried to address that, and I think I can look at what other people are doing now versus what they were doing before I started and say that I see some differences. Maybe they came to those on their own. Maybe they saw me and thought, hey, that's a cool idea. That bothered me for a long time because I come from an environment where someone's idea is considered intellectual property, whereas in this realm, they're playing a different game. And that kind of bummed me out, if I'm being honest about it. Not that I think I'm doing something, again, better, but I wanted to put something original out there that wasn't being run over 1,000 times. And then I got sick shortly after Christmas, and so that put me completely on the sidelines as far as really doing much of anything. Then I went back to work, but not at 100%, still not at 100%, still don't have my full energy, still don't have as much of my voice as I would like now. Keep in mind, I have been talking the better part of 8 hours today, so naturally my voice is not as strong as it usually would be. But one of my favorite quotes is a line from Jay-Z where he says, "Don't go with the flow, be the flow." I am not egotistical enough to believe that I'm going to have anybody in my wake. But at the same time, I believe there's something about every bearded man that is expressing their individuality, because no matter how hard you try, no matter how good that barber is or that hairstylist, they're not going to be able to make your beard exactly like somebody else's. At least I don't think so. Now, Dave is probably going to prove me wrong, and yeah, screw him. I love you, Dave. I'm just kidding. So my plan for this next year is I've definitely been researching a lot more on the scent side of things. Not because I'm bored with carriers, because there's tons of them out there. I do want to respond to one thing that I kind of see occurring a lot in the community, and that's people thinking that one particular carrier oil is the end all be all. And I'm ignoring a company that just has a single carrier blend, because that's just stupid. Your hair, if you may have noticed, is connected to your body, so it's going to operate on something similar to the rest of your body. Makes sense, right? Well, one thing you never hear scientists argue about is what is the best vegetable for you. Why is that? Well, because it takes a balance. I have quietly advocated for the importance of using a variety of different blends in your beard. If I'm not mistaken, there's a company out there that actually has a multiple blends that they sell. I haven't really checked that out. I hope to God they're not doing the whole growth serum stuff. Owners, I love you. I root for you guys to succeed. But it's time to end let's stop the silly misinformation marketing. You're not helping anybody. And eventually somebody is going to call you out on it. While we're talking about marketing, one of the most disappointing things that I have found over the past 6 to 8 months is that the companies with the best marketing usually don't have that top shelf superior product. I'm sorry, they just don't. I don't care if that offends somebody. Yeah, you may sell more stuff, but I hate to tell you this, but it's just not as good. Some of the guys that are doing a lot of heavy marketing, you need to get your butt back in the lab, and you need to fall back in love with making beard products instead of trying to be a businessman, if you want to stay artisan. Now, if your goal is to get into Walmart, cool, Godspeed. I'm not gonna drop any names. I'm not gonna call anybody out. That's not my place. Everybody has to make a decision about what they want to do, but I am pretty sure that I'm over all that. One of the things I've got planned for the upcoming year is a live project. I got me a running buddy. Still got a lot of details to work out, but I do better live. I don't edit my videos. At one point, I kind of felt inferior about that, and no, I'm taking it as a badge of honor. The moment you hit play to the moment this video ends has been me, unfiltered, saying what's on my mind. If it's wrong, it's honest. If it's right, bam, don't tell anybody. Anyway, have a good evening. I'm not going to post this up anywhere trying to grab views for it. This is just for the people that might be interested in what's going on, to the person that called me out. I appreciate you. I really did. What's in your beard?